Hey, it's me, Lucas Roth, CFA, CPA, and Realtor. I'm here to help you make money in real estate. Today, we're going to compare and contrast two of my favorite properties, duplexes and houses with mother-in-law apartments. Follow me. First up, structure and sound. Okay. So the difference is that a house with a mother-in-law apartment was built as a single family home, and then they put in a second kitchen, and they just, oftentimes built a doorway or built one wall or something like that, and then started using it as two units. That is inferior to a duplex, which was built as having two units. Okay, so the sound transfer is going to be less in the duplex, and it's going to be greater in the house with the mother-in-law apartment. So I've purchased and lived in both of these, and in both instances I lived upstairs. And I can tell you that the house with the mother-in-law apartment, we had a basement underneath us. Our little kids running around thump, thump, thump on the floor becomes a big deal, right? It's definitely something to pay attention to. So that's an advantage to the duplex as compared to a house with a mother-in-law apartment. Now for financing, there's lots of ways to finance, but I have conventional financing and FHA. Okay. So conventional financing, we're going to just assume that you live in the property. If you do a duplex with conventional financing, your minimum down payment is going to be 20%. If you do a house with a mother-in-law apartment, that's just a house as far as the lenders are concerned. So you're going to be at 5% minimum down payment. And there are programs that'll let you do 3% or sometimes no money down, but that's the reliable minimum down payment for a conventional loan on a house. FHA financing is 3.5%, whether or not it's a legal duplex or a house with a mother-in-law apartment. Okay. So financing wise, it's actually better. It's an advantage to have a house with a mother-in-law apartment because the down payment requirement is less. Now layout and laundry. So laundry is a huge deal. Okay. As soon as you buy one of these that doesn't have the laundry in the right spot, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I've been in many, many houses that have a second kitchen and a second unit that was built into the home. And in many instances, the laundry is not independently accessible by the two different units, meaning one occupant has to walk through the apartment of somebody else to get to the laundry. That is not ideal because you don't want them walking through the other through the other unit, and you also don't want to just tell them, hey, go to the laundromat, a couple times a week. So anyways, this is a big advantage for duplexes because the laundry is always going to be mutually accessible. Either they're going to have separate laundry facilities, one in each apartment. Utilities. So for my city, Seattle, these always have one water meter and these always have one water meter. And the water, sewer, garbage are all billed with the water meter. So that's the same. However, electricity wise, duplex always has two electric meters, whereas the house with the mother-in-law apartment only has one electric meter. So that's a definite advantage for the duplex because you don't want to be involved in the billing of the utilities if you don't have to, right? So the tenant gets to set up their own utility bill with the utility and just pay that directly, nothing to do with you. Finally, the owner occupancy requirement. Duplex never has an owner occupancy requirement. If it's a legal duplex, it's expected that you put two tenants in the two units and you don't live there. That's not the case with house and a mother-in-law apartment. With the house and a mother-in-law apartment, most jurisdictions will require that you live on the property, either in the main unit or the accessory unit. And so that's a definite drawback to having a house with a mother-in-law apartment. So as you can see, the duplex is the superior investment as long as you can swing it. However, let's say you're constrained in your down payment, a house with a mother-in-law apartment is an excellent avenue for you to purchase a property, have something to live in that also has an apartment generating income to help offset your housing payments. LucasRoth.com is my website. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching the video and have a great